Good morning, everybody. Happy 4th of July. I was just driving through a very somewhat familiar place that I've driven through millions of times, and I just really think is one of the most underratedly beautiful valleys in East Tennessee, and I want to show you just a little bit of it. So I apologize for any wind or anything that you might hear. I'm recording this on my phone. But this area here, this beautiful valley, is what they call Grassy Cove. And it's one of my favorite places in Tennessee. Sorry for the wind noise. So as far as businesses go, there's not a whole lot around here, but I did want to show you this. So here's a nice historical marker. You can pause it right there and read up on some of the history of it. But what I really love is this old building right here. I'm a huge proponent of keeping old buildings around from who knows how long this place was here. But I remember passing through here as a child and going in here way back in the day. I never see it open, so I'm not sure if it still is, but they do have junk, so everyone can use a little more junk in their lives. But this is J.C. Kimmer, the old Coca-Cola sign. I mean, just a picturesque, beautiful view of this Tennessee Valley. So this is, Grassy Cove is actually part of the Cumberland Trail. There's trails somewhere around here. I've never hiked any of them really, but they're right down the road over here. There used to be a nice cave that that we would hike whenever I was a kid. I think it's since closed down. It was privately owned. So I don't believe it's open to the public anymore. I'm not even sure where it's at, but we can take a little drive down here. Goodness gracious, sorry for all the noise. Let's go take a drive. And look at that, it appears that it is part of the Civil War trails of Tennessee. So how about that? And I love towns like Grassy Cove, or areas, whatever you want to call them, because it seems like they don't tear down a lot of their old buildings. And I'm somebody that really loves old historical buildings. It breaks my heart anytime that they tear it down for a new apartment complex or a Dollar General or Burger King or something. No shade on those places, but I just hate when they tear it down for something so silly like that. You have this old school looking church and cemetery here. And fun fact, like, as much as I've driven through Grassy Cove, because I actually grew up in Spring City, which is about 20 minutes south of here, I've barely ever stopped and explored this area much. Like I said, we went to the caves back in the day, and I think it was somewhere down that road. But like I said, I'm pretty sure that's all private property, so, you know, please don't bug anybody, you know, about going and visiting the caves. But I have really fond memories back in the 90s of exploring the caves that were here. You know, Tennessee has, I think, don't hold me to this, I'm sure I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Tennessee has like the most caves of any state, like the biggest cave system. It's something like that. Look at that. The view here just always amazed me. There's not even a Dollar General here. I think there's some sort of historical marker / significance that maybe helps keep from a lot of, besides houses, because there are some houses down here. Aside from houses, you don't see a lot of You don't see a lot of like business or anything. That little general store, and there's another one that we'll stop by here in just a second. Aside from that, there's not a whole lot of, you know, commercialism here, which I really respect and admire. Just look at that. God, I love that. Nice field with a nice mountain behind it. I mean, to me, it doesn't get any prettier than that. I just love it. I really do. I mean, a nice open field, a little bit of mountains, you know, nothing crazy, you know, privacy. That's what I'd love to have for my wife and future children one day, you know. Some beautiful horses up here. Sorry for my fingers. There's the pretty horses. So majestic. What a backdrop too. I love it. Look at that. I love that. I love that. I'll never get tired of a good field and mountain. If you're wondering if they have a community center in Grassy Cove, they do. That is it right there. Another little look at this old church and graveyard here. This is heading back out to the highway. This is a little look at what the highway looks like when you're driving. This is Highway 68 from Spring City to Crossville. Crossville is just up the road here. So this is what it looks like. Okay, and just up the road a little bit, maybe a half mile from where you just saw, this is the other little general store type place that they have. J.A. Kimmer and Son, Grassy Cove. And they have, it looks like they still keep hay over here, but this store, it's been closed for some time. And I just, yeah, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that. Sorry. That there's been so little, I know it sounds weird, but so little development out here. It really feels like, I don't know, you drive through here and it feels like you're back in the 19 whatevers, you know, little commercialism, just a couple of old stores, lots of farmland, and you know, with all these data centers going in everywhere and just tearing down all these historic old buildings, I pray that this never happens to a place like J.A. Kimmer and Son. And props to you guys for keeping it, at least keeping the building here. But anyway, I'll stop blabbing now. Right up this road, if you keep following this will take you into Crossville. And I believe there is a trail. When you get to the top of this hill up here, you go up where this blue car is, you go up this way, kind of go around the little curve, and then when you get up there, there's a place you can pull over, and I think that's where some of the trail is, part of the Cumberland Trail. But sorry, there's not a lot of, I don't have a lot of history for it. This is just kind of an impromptu thing. It's more about me just showing you guys a place that I love and me gushing about it for 9 minutes and 5 seconds. So anyway, happy 4th, stay safe, try not to blow your fingers off, and I love you guys. Take care.